All right, this is where the real fun begins. There's her character inside of Mixamo. It's a web-based animation engine. And I can navigate around the interface in here. Watch this. If I just click and hold on the plane, I'm going to rotate it around and I can view it in various directions. Here are your little navigational features. I'm already in rotate. Let's go to the pan tool. Target it. It'll highlight dark black, and I can pan an X or Y direction. Oh, I want to zoom in a little bit. Click on the zoom option, and I can pull downward to zoom in or pull further away to zoom out. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Go to my pan tool and zoom down. Let's zoom in a little bit more. There we go. Look how smooth those animations are. All right. Really nice. Okay. All right. Now you guys are going to have fun with this. All right. So now what I want to do is apply an animation. Well, what animation should we apply? Okay. Well, if I come over to here, I have a standard skeleton. All this stuff on the bottom, you're going to want to keep default. Okay. So I'm going to target finish, and I'm going to target animate. So just hit animate. Ignore all of this. Now what this is telling you is that these are the characters that Mixamo will accept, or the formats that Mixamo will accept. These are various 3D style formats such as FBX and BVH. DAE is a collada form. It's basically, it's collada. They call it, the DAE was supposed to be the new format that was going to replace OBJ, but it's not perfect for all programs. The one that you really want to pay attention to if you want to start exporting things is probably more to an OBJ or something like a DAE. FBX seems to work pretty well from time to time as well. So right now, let's leave everything default, target animate. All right, now you're going to go to another page, and these are all these different animations you can apply to your character. So the first animation that you saw when we brought them into Mixamo was just a sample one that they applied to it by default. Now here's your character standing in the T pose, which is a standard way to model your 3D characters. Why? Because you're going to put bones inside the 3D mesh, and those bones are going to actually bend and mesh the character, so that's going to dance or sing or jump or whatever you want to make it to do. So there are bones inside here, okay? And if I grab, let's say I put a jump, so I click on that, and there he is jumping. See how fluid it is? It's great. Guitar playing, target the guitar player, and now he's playing guitar, and we can move it around. Remember, you can still navigate your 3D scene just like you can in Photoshop. All right, now remember, keep in mind, the whole idea is to bring these guys in Photoshop. All right, how about a running guy? We're going to click on him, and he's running, actually moving toward the camera. Let's go to my zoom command and zoom it out a little bit. Go to the rotate it to the side so you can see him, see exactly how he's moving. Go back to my zoom again, pull him in. There we are. Go back to, there he is. Okay. Or we can rotate it and we can have him running in any direction that we want. All right, let's go down and take a look at another. So the idea here is that you're going to create some type. Now this is just a standard pose. If the characters are not animated, that means your pose is a standard pose. Let's get in a little closer and move it on over and go to my rotate command. So that's almost like an atlas type of a pose, right? Okay, let's look at another animation here. How about these are some walking animations, and that, let's see if that's a walking in place. Okay, that's just walking forward. That's pretty cool. All right, go to my zoom tool, zoom back out a little bit, go to my move pan, click on the pan, move it over to the side. I can go to rotate and rotate it so that he's moving in any direction that I want the character to move in. Okay, very fun stuff. All right, now we can play around with how fast he's going to walk, his arm space. So if I move the slider up, it's faster. If I move the slider down, he's going to be slower. If I look at the arm space here. Matter of fact, I might zoom in a little bit so it's a little easier to see, and pull it down with the pan. Look at the arms, pull it further apart. The arms are further away from the body. If I pull it on in, so nice little adjustments you can make if the character is just not looking natural enough for you. Okay. All right. That's very, very cool. All right. So the idea is to create an action character. Now, I would like you to use an animation for this, and it's an important reason why. So I'm going to work with one character, and then we're going to, and the idea is that you're going to use the other character to animate to create some type of a confrontation. So dancing poses, come down here, scroll down. What do we have? We got a samba, and I know we have some martial arts stuff. So I'm going to go to the, now look, I have more menus here. So I'm going to go to menu number 2. And here we go. Martial arts stance. So elbow punch. That could be good for confrontation, right? So we're going to go ahead and click that. Yeah, look at that. Look how smooth that is. That's great. Let's kind of pull it on in a little more so we can see what's going on. Navigate these things, guys, right? Navigate them. Play around with this. All right, that's very cool. Okay, that will be great for a confrontational. And then maybe we'll come back and do something else. But for now, let's stick with this one. So I'm gonna start with this one. I have all types of options here: the distance, the overdrive, the character arm space, the trim. You know, play around with this a little bit. All right, now I'm going to want to add this to my assets. So I'm going to click add to my assets. Okay. And then I'm going to want to view that download. All right. I'm going to target the download. Okay. All right. So over to the left is processing the thumbnail, as you can see. So I'm not going to wait for it. I'm just going to go ahead and export it out. I don't need to see the thumbnail. And I want to queue the download. So we're going to download this guy into a format that Photoshop is going to read both the animation as well as the 3D model. Okay. So remember, the skeleton is being animated. The 3D model is attached to the skeleton. So if I go to queue download, click it, the first thing I want to do is I want the format to be FBX. If I drop this down, we can see all types of options here. Let's do 2 formats. Let's do an FBX and let's do a DAE, which is Collada, as you can see here. So I'm going to target the FBX and I'm going to queue that download. There it is. Okay. All right. If I'm going to go back next. Let's go to my back arrow on my web browser. And I'm going to queue another download. And this time I'm going to queue a Collada file. Okay. And I'm going to queue that, click that again. And let's do that one first. Okay. It's processing. There we go. Now it's ready for download. Target this. It replaced the other. I was hoping what it would do was save it so I have more than one to actually download, but no big deal. I'm going to go ahead and click this. Let's see what's happening here. Oh, nothing there. All right, let's go to downloads, click it. And we're going to save as. And I'm going to save it to my desktop. Go to my desktop. Go to my videos. And I'm going to make a new folder called 3D animation. Okay. And elbow punch. We'll keep it the same names. That way it's easy to remember. Now, if I want to go get that other format, by the way, I'm going to go hit the back arrow again here. Queue download. And instead of the other, I have the Collada file. The skin, I want the skin and everything. Everything I'm going to keep default 30 frames a second, just like video. And queue to download. Okay. And it's processing over here. Just wait for that to get done. It'll tell you it's ready to download. Once it's ready to download, I'll go ahead and just click this over here. Chances are I probably don't need to, but when it's ready to be downloaded, it'll give you the option to select. as well as to download here. All right, so just to bring to your attention, if I up here is a my assets. If I click that, here are the assets and that we're currently playing around with, and you can see other assets that I have been playing around with in the past. So you can always go back and grab these anytime. All right, so military man animated here. If I click on that one, it'll bring me back to my military man. If I go back to my assets once again, okay, and I've got the test model, about a fuse model. Let's click on that one, and I think that may have been a different model. There we go. That was a different model. I was working with an African American based character. All right, they're all there. They're all saved online for you. Here are some I was playing around with. Let's go click on this character here, playing around with morphing her legs. That's just to see how far I can go with morphing her legs. All right, and so they're all saved here. So just be aware of that. So all right, now I'm gonna go into Photoshop now, and we're going to import our character.